Hello, everybody. Shawn Andrich from Gamers with Jobs here. Thanks very much to all of our patrons for supporting The Unmarked. This one is Chapter 6, and I'll warn you now, this one's a little bit shorter. This is a very much an improv, collaborative storytelling kind of thing we're doing here, and we're never quite sure how long they're going to be and when the natural stopping point is going to be. So this one's a little bit shorter, but it's just kind of the way it's going to go sometimes. But hope you enjoy it. And definitely look forward to more. And once again, if you want to see some additional materials, go to patreon.com/GWJ, and we'll try and make the wait between episodes as painless as absolutely possible. So here we go, Chapter 6.
The dust is literally settling because a very dirty, very old drop ceiling has just collapsed to the ground onto what can only be described as a throng or horde of rats. There are two clowns standing there, and largely other than that, there is just an empty place. Cory, what song is still playing, ironically enough?
Hotel California.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. The correct answer is Round and Round. Because the Hotel California is never the correct answer.
So Round and Round by Rat.
By Rat.
Okay.
So I stand up after hitting my head and just sort of mumble, okay, did I hit my head really hard, or are there clowns here now?
Wait, is Jacob still there?
Yeah. You're all just standing there. They said, "Hey, we gotta talk."
So okay, are these clowns?
Bring it. What are we talking about?
Are these clowns people-sized?
They are people like who just walked out of Clown Central casting, including the outfits.
And
Any other scenario?
Are they three-dimensional now or two-dimensional?
No, they're just normal people. I mean, as normal as clowns can be.
They're clowns that came out of a crack in the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I look at Jacob. Are these your friends?
They're not my friends, but they, I guess, are sort of like me. I thought the circus had left town. I don't understand what's going on.
Circus did leave town, but they got in touch with us because there's a lot of unanswered questions, of course, and they can't be near you, although soon they'll be able to because their powers are fading away.
So you're like freelance clowns?
That's what I was asking. Yeah, like really?
No, we're part of, well, here's what it is clowns are a little bit different, right? Normally magicians can't be near each other, ringmasters can't be near each other because it's too much of the same sort of energy. It causes too much positive in one place, so it opens rifts and then negative pours in. Clowns are kind of carbon neutral. Like we
neither positive nor negative.
Well, we have the positive energy to do what we do, but we take in negative energy. So there's no danger of clowns being near other clowns. So we are the only ones who can kind of do things together. So freelance is not quite the right term, but yeah, we work with this circus and we work with Robert's circus and I mostly work with Robert's circus, and they introduce themselves, right? I'm Charlie and this is Tim.
Is the makeup really necessary?
Well, take a look at yourself and you look down. Remember when I said you went white when you saw this?
Oh no.
Yeah, so the eye stuff and everything is that's makeup, but when you see this much shit, this is just how you look. Your color is starting to return, but you suspect that if you see a few more things like you just saw, that you will stay bright white forever.
So you might as well just lean into it.
You might as well just get the big shoes and the red nose, huh?
That admitted is a costume. None of us like it. It's left over from some idiot clown like 100 years ago thought that would be a good look, and now we're all kind of stuck with it to be clown-like. But yeah.
Couldn't you get like pink contacts and like be an albino?
Some people do, but most of us who are in and around a circus
No point.
kind of do this. And what most people don't realize is when they're scared of us, it's not because of the makeup, it's because of what we're carrying inside. They sense that we're off.
Shit, that makes so
Yeah,
much sense.
Wait, does this mean I need to buy tights?
No,
That's your call. So I can see though that you've really embraced it, Assassin's Creed. That's a nice touch there.
Oh, thanks.
Oh god.
You guys didn't even notice. So
All right, enough with the pleasantries. What did you guys want to say? Because frankly, I don't like being around you either.
Okay, this is the first week, right? There's a lot coming at you.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's. I thought if I could just make everything normal, right, and focus on the money and being together and figuring out how we could work together, that everything would be fine. But then I see this shit, and I don't know. It just seems like how am I ever going to know what's going to happen next? And how do I know that the next thing that crawls out of a sewer grate isn't going to take my brain?
You don't. That's the problem. You are in a new place right now. It's a lot to take on. You both probably want to do nothing and everything at the same time, right? And some people, their mind just goes at this point. And other people do the right thing and other people do the wrong thing, and sometimes it consumes them. But we're here to help. There is no guidebook for this, and that is very much on purpose. Never write any of this down. Have any of you written any of this down?
Nope.
What do you mean? It. So I go ahead and open my wallet and say, I wrote myself some rules.
That's fine. That's okay. They're good rules too, by the way.
Thank you. And then I kind of quietly and shyly put them back.
So proud of himself.
Did you scratch one of those out and circle it?
I did good.
I think this is a clown moment. Shh.
It is not a clown moment. Look, we're here to talk to all of you, but
How do we make this stop?
how do you make the sun not set? This is just the way the world is. You can just finally
I think
see
the
it
lawyer
now.
might be able to do that.
He would be blown into a million pieces, and then the earth would be too.
I
He
don't.
got lucky.
I don't want this.
No one wants to join the circus. But let me ask you about this. What was your life like 2 weeks ago?
Oh, well, I think things were really turning around. I think I was making some sense to Janine, and there's that promotion that was coming up pretty soon, and I think everything was going okay.
Let me ask you again. How were things 2 weeks
Yeah, I
ago?
was about to say, what does Jacob think about what he's saying right now, Mr. I Can Tell a Lie?
Yeah, it's like, this doesn't seem like, this is when I start realizing that I can sense bullshit.
Yeah. It makes your jaw ache. Like
Are you okay?
I squish my jaw in a little bit.
Please stop doing that.
Unnaturally.
Please never
I was
do
like,
that.
well, I'll stop doing this if you stop lying like a cheap suit on a bad rack.
Look, I have things I need to get back to, and all of this is just very confusing, and I don't know how I feel about any of it.
Chet.
Are you really saying there's nothing we can do?
No, there's something you obviously can do. You can't do nothing and you can't do everything. Look, this is going to be easier if we go someplace where they're not rats and there are people, because we have something to show you.
I do have a problem with the rats.
Who is, and they look at you, Regina, probably you with the dog. Can you ask the rats to be done?
They're going to eat all the food and then they're going to leave. And they seem to be sort of like getting on with things pretty quickly. So,
Is there anything happening outside, or like are cops showing up, or is the fire department?
Yeah, you can probably hear some sirens. You're not quite sure where they are.
Me and the rats, we did a deal, and I'm kind of out now. So, but I'm cool to leave.
That's fine. Here, we're gonna go someplace.
Let's go to El Pueblitos.
Actually, we are gonna go someplace because I think I need to make a point.
But it's margarita night.
We're going to the Coffeyville Regional Medical Center.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That does not sound like the place I want to be.
We're not going to be there long, but it's important that Jacob here sees something, or that you all see something.
All right, let's go. Should we meet you there? Do we all fit in one car?
So here's the thing. If you'd like to get in the car with the two clowns, you absolutely can. They
fold up
clowns
small.
into a car.
I got my
God, Rob.
I got my car.
Have you been saving that for 6 episodes? Have you been saving that for 6 episodes?
I came up with the bone idea as a way to justify clown cars.
I like the world better not knowing that.
Oh my God, that's like a 7-hour Shaggy Dog. That's awesome. Well, why not? Let's test it out.
Well, you're kind of the new guy. You can make your pinky kind of small, and you can make your jaw collapse in the most horrific way you have ever imagined. They are more veterans. They can basically almost become like paper. They're near capacity. But there's only...
Anyway, we get to the Coffeyville Regional Medical Center.
Yeah, we're going to say you all drive there on your own, but you don't necessarily all pour in.
Fuck.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sorry. The whole thing was just a setup for clown cars. That's just how it is. So you get there. It is a small community hospital. Jacob, you feel it immediately, which is this place is nothing but shadows.
It's just a giant cesspool of dark energy.
Yeah. So they're like, come with us. You need to see this. Now, I'm going to tell you, and they hold you very tightly. You will die if you absorb all of these shadows. There are not enough bones in your body for this. And this is why we're here, because you have to see when you don't absorb a shadow.
But why the one in the bar and not these?
That one was big. And this is what you have to learn. There's big and then there's little. And as you talk, you're going into the giant doors, and you walk into the waiting room for the emergency room, and you can see it. You can see the broken finger with the shadow around it. You can see the rot inside people. You can see death walks the halls of this place, and sickness and sorrow. And it is just a kaleidoscope of grays and blacks and slithers. And it makes your knees weak to the point where they almost support you. Some kids who are in the waiting room kind of perk up because 2 clowns just came in. And they go over and they do some honky nose and they do some entertainment. And you can see briefly that the sadness around a kid who's worried because his sister has a fever actually goes away for a moment and is replaced by happiness. And they come back and they're like, we get rid of shadows in all ways.
Why?
And sometimes that's one.
Whoa.
That's not something I can do.
Yeah, you can. You will.
We have to get out of here. I can't be here. I can't be here. I can't be here. I can't be here.
Okay.
I can't be here.
All right. So they step outside, right? You go back out. All of you are there. Well, you were starting to say something, Chet?
Why do we have to do this?
Because your new job is very, very, very complicated. There's our world, and then there's some other world. And when they leak into each other, it sometimes causes problems, but it doesn't always cause a problem. There's no good, there's no bad, there's no light, there's no dark. There's just our world and not our world. And when not our world comes here, sometimes it means someone dies. Sometimes it means someone gets sick. But that's okay. You don't want to live your life. The world cannot live with eternal beating sun without a shadow, and the world cannot live under the cover of darkness. It's your job to figure out when the shadows don't belong and to seal those rifts. And if you went around trying to cure the sick and not make people sad and keep people from lying, you would go crazy, because that's just the normal thing that the world does.
So how do you tell the difference?
Well, that's going to have to be your call.
Why don't you tell us about one time when it was your call? Like maybe a car accident?
Yeah, it's fine.
10 years ago on the edge of town?
I haven't been near a car accident. I'm guessing this is someone you knew?
Yeah.
And that's the question we have right here. Was that someone who should have done something but didn't? Or was that one of those moments in the world that just happened? And if I had been there and I had been young, I would have stopped it. Whatever's going down, a distraction, something that shouldn't be, something rotten, I would have tried. But I mean, a car going by at 60 miles an hour, I don't have speed. I can't jump in that car. Maybe there was someone there who tried to do something and couldn't. Maybe it was one of those moments where there was a bigger shadow that would have caused more trouble. Maybe it was just the earth interacting in a way that it's supposed to. I made that mistake once, and I let something go. And then there was a school bus accident. I didn't see it right. It was a little shadow. It was the driver. It was nothing, and it ate into him. It changed his behavior, and he didn't know what he was doing. There were some deaths. You're gonna get it wrong sometimes. Because I went and I lost about 30 bones over the next month, keeping people from stubbing their toe or spilling coffee on themselves or having a bad moment or getting the sniffles. And I almost killed myself, literally filling myself with inconsequentialities.
I don't know how I feel about any of this, but I feel like I've caused more of this than I have stopped it.
It's all a balance. What have you done?
I asked people for a ride, and then they tried to kill a lot of people.
You asked people for a ride? Or did you tell them to give you a ride?
I asked. I know, I'm polite.
Boy, does your jaw hurt.
Yeah. I'm just sitting there staring at him.
I don't know how I feel about being a ringmaster.
You don't have to do this. You can step away. I mean, it's your job.
That's what I needed to hear. There it is. See, we can all go home.
But it's hard to do the ritual without the ringmaster.
The what?
I was with you so hard till right then. The what?
Yeah, like ritual. Like what do we do? Like killing chickens? Like what are you talking about?
Rules and stuff that we could actually follow to do something.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That
Robert didn't tell
you
us shit.
Yeah, Robert, not super helpful.
He really likes being in charge and hearing.
He's an asshole, is what he is.
Yeah, I got to go with you on that one. I think that's correct.
Look, just because you get these powers doesn't mean you're a nice person. It doesn't come with a shiny cloak or anything. So that's kind of a dangerous game he was playing, not telling you that.
What are the rules?
You ever been to a circus?
Yeah.
What I remember of it. Yeah.
You ever been to a circus before
Yes.
last week?
Yes.
Okay, how often is the circus in town?
Once a year.
Every
Once a year?
Here?
For how long?
a week.
Couple days?
Right. The job of a circus is to go around to places where there are leaks occurring. Right. You're constantly like trying to repaint the Golden Gate Bridge. Right. As soon as you come back to a place, it's ready to reset. And you have to basically do a ritual to keep things in control until you can get back there. It doesn't get rid of shadows, but it kind of takes pressure off it. Anyone know anything about rituals? What does it usually involve?
Pentagrams,
Sacrifice.
circles.
There we go.
Candles, blood.
Circles. What's in the middle of a circus?
Big ring.
Ring.
Big ring. All a circus is a front to get the collective wills of hundreds of people focusing positively in there. And each act that comes out and performs is just part of the ritual, and it's all tied together with the ringmaster. And if you can complete that ritual and you complete it with a circle, you can tamp things down in that area until you can come back to it again. Which is why circles travel, which is why night after night they create a ring and they create events and they create positive energy.
This doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, I could be in summer camp sitting around a campfire singing Kumbaya, but I'm not doing some sort of a ritual.
Kumbaya is kind of a ritual, but a pretty weak one.
So does this mean that we have to
Actually
start
have a circus.
You don't have to start a circus. If you can find a way to get a bunch of people to look at a circle and pay attention to you, you can do it. It can be a band.
Regina has a band.
It could be a tractor pull. It does not matter as long as you're doing it. But the problem is, what happened at the circus last week? Robert was a little hazy on it. Do any of you remember?
Well, someone broke in and shot the place up. Actually stepped through the ring.
But then they didn't.
Right, because he stumbled.
Well, and
No, they didn't change anything. He just made you forget. Oh, crap. I don't think they finished the ritual here. Did anyone go into the ring?
I jumped into the ring to try to stop the guy.
You bounced off it, if you remember now.
Oh.
You remember you tripped, but it said it felt like you bounced off it? Okay, so the ritual had been started if you bounced off it. But then a shooter came in.
Yeah.
And the positive energy was gone. And even if they've patched that thing up, and they were gone the next day.
And then they left?
They had another place to get to. Maybe they thought they finished it. Oh, that's why we're seeing all these things crawling out and flying out of here now. There shouldn't have been something that big over a argument in this town.
All right, I am not enjoying having to clean up someone else's fucking job. Let me tell you right now.
So we have to find a way to get everybody focused on some voodoo thing that none of us believe in, but we're supposed to make it so real that everybody in town... none of this makes any sense. There's no way we're going to do this. I mean, it's one thing to, see a car wreck happening and do something to stop it. It's another to construct some giant fantasy land. You're out of your mind.
I'm a man with white skin and a clown nose who eats shadows for a living.
Well, isn't there like a monster truck rally or something?
There might be. You guys can get in on that.
Not like a straight line.
But I mean, do you just need to have people just watching and feeling happy, or do you have to say certain things? Like usually in a ritual, you have words and stuff you have to do.
How important is the circle? Could it be a trapezoid?
The circle is, hey, look, it's your circus, man. Right? You can try it without a ringmaster drawing attention. You can try it without a circle. You can try it without the trapeze act, the acrobat. I mean, Robert's circus has been without an acrobat right from the beginning. Maybe the rituals are a little bit weaker. Maybe that's why they have to go year round and they never take any time off. I don't know, right? And you have a magic show and you have the animals perform and each one builds on the ritual, but each circus is different. You decide.
So you'll know. So all you're doing is filling a circle with good vibes. You're not telling everybody to focus on a certain thing, or you're not calling something in. You're just creating something that has good vibes. You're basically creating tension. Will the person on the trapeze fall because there's no net? Will the lion bite the lion tamer? Will the magician catch on fire? It's fear. It's hope. It's the nervous laughter you get when it all goes right. It's living on the edge of your seat. It's the voice of the ringmaster tying it all together. And then knowing that at the end you're safe and everything's okay, and it was just a show.
It was just a show. And if everyone leaves happy and nothing went wrong, then the ritual usually works and the shadows stay at their normal level. People will be sick. People will die. Cars, I'm sorry to say so, cars will crash.
Look, the only thing I know is that you cannot make everyone happy.
You don't have to make anyone happy. But your town, without this ritual, could become very ugly very soon.
And well, then, like, I mean, why does it have to be people with like superpowers? Like, why can't it just be anybody? Like the people like the monster truck rally, and they like that's got like excitement and like is the car gonna blow up?
It's not focused.
It's not focused. It's not a circle. The people running it aren't trying to stop this. They're just putting on a show. You are pretending to put on a show. This is what circuses have been doing forever, right? You talk about gladiator fights. They were a little bit more brutal with sacrifices back then.
Yeah.
But it's this, there were still tigers, there were still lions, there were still spectacles, there was still a circle, there were still people cheering. We've refined the system a bit.
Okay, so you're saying we need to put on a show in our hometown with a lawyer and an accountant and a AM radio guy, and well, at least Regina, at least you like.
At least we have a musician.
You have a band. That's cool. And I pump gas, so everybody's definitely going to want to come out and see that. That'll be a good one. Although, well, actually, I mean, Chat, you do have a radio show.
Well,
and you do have
I happen to be the voice of the Red Ravens,
and you've got the golden pipes. So you could probably get people to come to a show.
That'd
be pretty easy, actually, and it's for a good cause.
That I can't do that.
We don't have to be good. You can tell people to like it.
You can get on the radio and tell people to come.
I cannot do that. Stop telling me what to do.
Chet, you've been doing it for years. Why do you? I mean,
well, then how do I know that I'm not the one causing all these problems?
Because it's not just here. Like look, Chet. Nobody thinks this is like There's nothing about this I like.
I can't do this. I'm sorry.
No,
you don't. Look, yeah, you guys are in over your head here.
There's 6 of us.
It's been like 3 days.
I got to tell you, we're back in Coffeyville all the time. This town has fallen apart, and we don't know why. And I suspect that there is something deeper going on here. And if you can find your way to the real root of why Coffeyville is rotting, then that might solve more problems than having to patch it with a ritual every 3 or 4 months.
So it's not just the failure of the glass business. It's not just people leaving because there's no jobs here.
That could be the cause. That could be the symptom. We've been running around so long trying to patch all of this up. None of us were from Coffeyville in this latest circus. We didn't even think about how often we were coming back here. But the fact that a shadow got so big that could inhabit a person and cause them to break the ritual means that there is something bigger and more malevolent here than any other town that we've been to.
That's great. That's super great. We're living on a hellmouth is what you're telling us, basically.
I do like Buffy. No, it's not. It's not quite the same. It's not usually one thing. It's more like a series of fissures, right? It's more like the fabric between our world and the other world are thinner here. So there's more chances for lots of little things to get through.
Chuck walks into the hospital, and he goes because at the front desk there's a newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
And he grabs the newspaper and he just brings it back out and he's flipping through it. He's just looking for signs of something bad going on or signs of something wrong, not necessarily, like a shooting, because that doesn't really happen much, but like just something bad.
It's all kind of small town newsy here. Like you don't see anything in particular.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know how we're supposed to find this. It's just Coffeyville. It's boring. Like nothing happens.
See, it found us. We just tried to get together for 5 minutes, and it found us. I don't think that's going to be our problem.
Well, you are a beacon, basically. It's positive and it's negative. Wherever you are, the other stuff tries to go to equal it out, whether you want it to.
That doesn't seem like a good action plan, just reacting all the time to it coming at us. We need...
You're the one that said you wanted to go practice. How did that work out? I guess your rats got to eat.
It's not easy. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Wait a minute. What time is it?
I don't know. Getting on to midnight.
Oh no, I gotta go, guys.
Where are you going? Are you leaving for good? Because at this point, I don't know what to expect from you.
I gotta go home. I forgot. I gotta call Janine.
Okay, right then, the clown who's been doing most of the talking, who's Charlie, lets out a shriek and falls down to the ground, and bubbles of blood are coming up out of his mouth.
What the?
What?
And behind him, who had come out of the hospital without any of you noticing it, is a person holding a knife, like a scalpel, who had just shoved it into the back of this clown. And as you look, you realize it's Janine, who says, "You really should have called me Chet." And
I don't know where I'm going after today. Well, I just hope it's a long ways away from these dusty, tired streets where I was raised. Lord, I don't think I can take one more day. So I'm gone. So I'm gone. So I'm gone. Anywhere the road may